From Danville.
You can see behind me that the water level on the Danville River is still pretty high after intense rains from Debbie, but it's actually not as bad as what Danville Fire Department was expecting.
We were preparing for a river crest of close to 30 feet and 6 to 8 inches of rain. So that was what our preparations were for. Gladly, we did not see that.
On Thursday, people in Danville were gearing up for potential flash flooding and even a tornado. But when the time came, Deputy Fire Chief Tim Duffy says things weren't too bad.
We were planning for the worst, and luckily we didn't have that.
Some places felt it a little harder than others. There are still some fallen trees on the green at Tiny Town Golf, but for the most part, the south side saw much more rain than damage.
We may have some of the trails may have been affected. So they'll have to do some silt removal. That'll probably happen next week. But fortunately, we didn't have a lot of damage.
Duffer says he's glad there wasn't a real emergency and says the day still provided good practice for when one does happen.
We kind of use it as a drill. So even though we didn't respond, and that's good because people, we didn't need it, it gave us the opportunity to look at anything that we need to improve on.
Preparing for the worst and being better off from it. We're still in tropical storm season, and Deputy Chief Duffer tells me they're now more prepared for what could happen in the next few months. In Danville, Lindsay Cook, WDBJ 7.